and sounds most extraordinary when spoken by a human. Just talking to it, mumbled Hiccup, very embarrassed. Just talking to it? Gasped Fishlegs in astonishment. What do you mean? You're talking to it. You can't talk to it. It's an animal, for Ford's sake. Oh, shut up, Fishlegs, said Hiccup impatiently. You're frightening it. Toothless huffed and puffed and blew out some smoke rings. He inflated his neck to make himself look bigger, which is something dragons do when they are scared or angry. Eventually, he got up the courage to unfurl his wings and flap up onto Hiccup's arm. He walked his way up on Hiccup's shoulder, and Hiccup turned his face toward him. Toothless pressed his forehead into Hiccup's forehead and gazed deeply and solemnly into Hiccup's eyes. They stayed there, snout to snout, without moving. Hiccup was thinking, wow, this is amazing. I'm really making contact here. When Toothless bent down and bit him on the arm, Hiccup let out a yelp and threw Toothless off him. Fish! Hissed Toothless, hovering in the air in front of Hiccup. Want fish now! I haven't got any fish, said Hiccup in Dragonese, rubbing his arm. Luckily, Toothless didn't have any teeth, but dragons have powerful jaws, so it was still painful. Toothless bit him on the other arm. Fish, said Toothless again. Are you okay? Said Fishling. I can't believe I'm after this, but what's it saying? He wants to eat, replied Hiccup, grimly rubbing both arms. He tried to make his voice sound pleasant, to dominate the creature by the sheer force of his personality, as Gobber had said. But we have no fish. Okay then, said Toothless. Eat! He made a lunge for Fiddlesticks, who streaked up the nearest wall with a yowl of terror. Hiccup just managed to grab Toothless by the tail as he flew off in pursuit. The dragons struggled wildly, shouting, Want fish now! Want food now! Cats are yummy! Want food now! We don't have any fish, repeated Hiccup between gritted teeth, feeling all his calmness deserting him. And you can't eat the cat. I like him. Fiddlesticks meowed indignantly from a beam high up in the roof. They put Toothless in Stoic's bedroom, where there was a mouse problem. For a while he was happy swooping after the desperately squeaking mice, but then he got bored and started attacking the mattress. Stop! Yelled Hiccup as feathers flew in all directions. Toothless replied by throwing up the remnants of a recently deceased mouse right in the middle of Stoic's pillow. Ah! Said Hiccup. Ah! Said Stoic the Vast, who had entered the room at that very moment. Toothless launched himself at Stoic's the Vast beard, which he mistook for a chicken. Get him off! Said Stoic. He doesn't do what I say, said Hiccup. Yell very loudly at him, Stoic replied. Very loudly. Hiccup yelled as loudly as he could. Please, will you stop eating my father's beard? As Hiccup had suspected, Toothless took absolutely no notice whatsoever. I knew it'd be useless yelling, thought Hiccup gloomily. Drop to the floor, you horrible reptile, yelled Stoic. Toothless dropped to the floor. You see, said Stoic, that's how you deal with dragons. Newt's Breath and Hook Fang, Stoic's hunting dragons, came paddling into the room. Toothless stiffened as they paced around him, their yellow eyes glinting evilly. Each was about the size of a leopard, and they were as delighted by his arrival as a couple of giant cats might be that of a cute kitten. Greetings, fellow breathfire, hissed Newt's Breath as he gave the wriggling newcomer a sniff. We must wait, purred Hook Fang menacingly, until we are alone, and then we can give you a proper welcome. He gave a vicious swipe at Toothless with one paw. The claw, like a kitchen knife, just nicked Toothless on the rump, and the little dragon howled and jumped into Hiccup's tunic until only his tail was poking out of the neck. Hook Fang! Bellowed Stoic. My claw slipped, Hook Fang whined. Get out of here before I make you into handbags, yelled Stoic, and Newt's Breath and Hook Fang slunk out, muttering obscene dragon curses under their breath. As I was saying, said Stoic the Vast, that's how you deal with dragons. Stoic was looking at Toothless with uncharacteristic anxiety. Son, said Stoic, hoping there might be some sort of mistake, is this dragon your dragon? Yes, Father, Hiccup admitted. It's very small, isn't it? Said Stoic slowly. Stoic was not an observant person, but even he could not fail to notice that this dragon was remarkably small. And it hasn't got any teeth. There was an awkward silence. Fishlegs came up to Hiccup's rescue. That's because it's an unusual breed, said Fishlegs. A unique and violent species called the Toothless Daydream. Distant relations of the